So, for a variety of reasons, disabled people, but people in particular in general, might want to get a better backpack and or devices to carry stuff. So here I'm going to be talking about some ideas I have to improve just basic backpacks. So the first thing I want to say is just make the whole thing stronger, whether it is through stronger materials, which are coming out to market, stronger knitting weaves, because some weaves and knits are a lot stronger than other ones, better designs overall, better quality control or product management, any means necessary, because stronger helps people in a couple of different ways. One, it reduces waste because you have to throw away less. Two, if you can't afford as much stuff because maybe you're disabled and you don't have as much money, saves you money right there. Three, stronger things means you can carry more stuff and use it more heavily or be rougher with it, which disabled people might be. They might toss around stuff because of tics or hyperactivity or not thinking about it. They might need to use them more around to carry stuff because they're more on the move and they're not thinking stuff through. They might forget stuff more often and not be as well prepared, so they might just stuff more stuff in the backpack. Maybe the backpack contains more medical stuff. It also means that people have to deal less hassle with changing stuff out, which might impact disabled people more often because they are the ones that, how would I say it, have a harder time doing such things and shopping around. Another idea would be to make this thing have what I'm going to call straps and quick releases. Straps can help people with a variety of issues because they can help redistribute the weight, making it easier for people to take on loads. Besides redistributing the weight and stuff, they can also offer comfort to people because some people like being squeezed and stuff like that. They can also make it less likely to fall out or something, fall away or break, by making it also stronger in some ways because it's less banging around and stuff like that, and having multiple straps, so some of them break, the other ones compensate for it. Then you can design a bunch of quick release mechanisms to lower the chances that everything gets broken. You can always see a bunch of quick release mechanisms that work very well, like in car seats. You can have a little cap that you push off so it doesn't just break. Every time it's a little one more step, and then you just hit a button and quick release. Maybe you could have straps that are add-ons and takes off so you can make it a customizable backpack for the individual needs. Another thing is to make sure this whole thing is waterproof to some capacity. An idea about having a waterproof ability is that, first of all, it will prevent moisture from harming stuff inside of it. Again, if a disabled person will likely use a backpack and not think about the problems with having stuff in it. Like they might forget they had a laptop in it and it starts raining and the laptop's damaged. It can also make it easier to clean and dry faster after cleaning with less energy, which is also better for the environment. And it maybe has to replace less often, which is better for the reasons I already discussed in making it stronger. There's a couple of different ways you could make it more waterproof. One is nanostructures, and we're getting better and better at this, and we don't have to, there's like coatings and stuff to make nanostructures, or those nanostructures can be built into fibers, and these nanostructures, how they work is they repel water by making water bunch up in little droplets. The advantages of nanostructures are that you don't use any harmful chemicals, and they can also can kind of be hard to make, and they might sometimes be more delicate, sometimes not. Then there's the chemical way of doing it. The non-harmful way is to soak it in oil or something, but that soaking and those soaking ones slowly lose the ability to repel water and so on. So they're not the best at that one. Another way around that is to use more strong chemical, chemicals, namely fluorinated stuff. But using fluorinated stuff is not harmful for your health when it's on the outside stuff you're wearing, because it really does not dissolve or penetrate your body. The process of making it makes a lot of harmful chemicals in it, and you have to use a lot of harmful chemicals, and it's anti-consuming, and at the end of life, it can be bad for the environment. And maybe you can find the best of both worlds with some combination. Another idea I have, which I'm simply going to call the pull apart idea, is that we can design something that with mobile compartments or something like that we can pull apart and make them their own separate little bag and states, which can let for easier cleaning of everything, so we can pull apart and make it more accessible for liquids and rinses to come out, or bigger and more accessible so we can more easily dump stuff out. We can make it so we don't have to replace the whole backpack if there's a hole in one part of it. It can be used as an organization, because maybe you have a compartment with all your books that you just pull out and put on your desk, and a couple other things like that. And also more customizable if we want to make a fashion statement, simply, and make more people to carry it. Another idea is just to design this whole thing to be easier to clean overall, which could be a variety of things. From user feedback could help you, testing it yourself. Some ideas I've already mentioned, and that can just really help a person that maybe uses more often and spills or damages more often because of a disability reason, or needs it just to last longer. So another idea is to have this whole thing being able to puff up in some way. And this could be some fancy electronic thing that changes material's property, if it puts an electrical impulse or light or something, to you blowing it up in a certain way, to you just squeezing it in a certain way, and the thing just puffs up and expands. Or you just unzip something and it puffs up a little bit. Or you pump it in water even. And the idea with the puff up thing is it could do a couple things. One is that if you're bouncing around and shaking about, the puffing up thing can stop the shaking, which makes it more comfortable and might protect items more easily. It could also act as an insulation to protect items in your bag from heat, or keep them hot or keep them cold, or for you to keep you hot or cold more. It could also make it easy to organize if you just puff up a space so it doesn't so it only has enough space for each material. And it might make it easier to clean if you puff it up and the compartments become bigger and more open, instead of just collapsing on itself. Another idea is to have it have adjustable sizes, with like drawstrings or something, for a similar functionality to make it easier to clean or something, or so it doesn't take up extra space and bounces around more and stuff hits each other because it's just all small. Something like that, or so it's more transportable at times. In a similar vein, maybe making it so the rigidity, well, you know the word I think I'm trying to say, it's hard for me to say it, is adjustable. This can be, again, from blowing up stuff to mechanical things that you, latches and stuff you put in or adjust or something, or inserts you have to put in, to fancy electronic ways of doing this, or blow up ways. And that could make it so compartments are easier to clean out, but it could also make it so you can adjust the compartments so it's better for stuff to be put in, to making stuff stick around less or more. Having wheels on this device, perhaps with adjustable rigidity to help the wheels, and having the device for something they more can lean on, something like that, might help a person with mobility issues, actually, or strength issues. Also, another idea is just to have this whole thing help keep you cool or insulate you. And the last little idea is a bit quirky, but maybe combine a shirt and a backpack, or a backpack and a dress or something, so this more evenly puts its weight all around your body, so it's less of a weight. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year, 4,000 watch hours, which is really hard. with your help, I think you can do it. Again, thank you very much. Goodbye.